Hey there, folks. Welcome to yesterday's news for August 20th, 2018. It's actually August 21st today, but I wasn't able to record yesterday, so I'm going to put up 2 episodes today. So 2 stories I want to talk about that are linked below is one that Iraq has joined the free world in allowing its citizens rights to guns and concealed carry. It appears that they are moving in a direction of possibly having even more liberal gun laws than the United States, based on the article that I read, although it's not a linear progression. But that's an interesting story to keep an eye on. It's a good test bed for the fringes of the distributed security model. It is a highly dysfunctional government and highly dysfunctional society that is they have their difficulties, and let's see what happens when you have distributed security in that type of environment, because we don't have we haven't tested the extremes of this idea yet, and Iraq is a good place to try, I think. A while back, Brazil was looking at doing the same thing and instituting civilian concealed carry. As far as I know, that movement has stalled out and doesn't look like they're going to be doing that anytime soon. Brazil still has a large number of police who do carry off duty, so you do have a little bit of distributed security data from Brazil, but it'll be very interesting to see what happens in Iraq. So after that story, probably the more philosophically relevant story is that one of the early adopters of the MeToo movement and accusers of Harvey Weinstein, I don't know, whatever, Asia Argento, apparently has been herself accused of sexual misconduct towards a minor, and is reported to have paid said minor a large sum of money. Now, as of today, there's a story out that says, which today being August 21st, there's a story out where she is claiming that is not what the money was for, but that's not really the philosophical point to discuss. So let me start off by saying my 6th daughter is due in a couple of months, and I take this issue very seriously. Sexual harassment and rape and all that, obviously, very seriously. I'm totally on board with the death penalty for rape, and I have expressed that I am not a fan of firing people for bad jokes many, many years after they made the joke, but when it comes to actual misconduct towards, particularly towards women and other vulnerable people, I am about as hardcore as it gets. Still, obviously, I care about the truth, and I'm not going to believe or disbelieve someone based on their membership in a group. But I am, once the facts are established, I am the first with the pitchfork and a torch. But I was always very skeptical from day one of the Me Too movement, and the main reason being that the people I saw shouting the loudest were the people who were only weeks earlier praising Harvey Weinstein. And it seemed to me that the voices crying loudest to condemn the to condemn Weinstein and some of the others as the story started coming out. It seemed that those loudest voices were probably actually those voices most likely to have been complicit in those crimes. So that is a common tactic, and it seems to be very potent in the Hollywood leftist sphere. Although, actually, come to think of it, it kind of happens on the right too. That if there's a group of people who are all involved in some sort of misconduct, whoever gets caught first is likely to bear the brunt of over-the-top condemnation and excoriation from the rest of their co-conspirators. General idea being, I'm going to get the heat off myself by pouring the heat onto my fallen comrade. There's no honor among thieves, certainly no honor among rapists. So, like I said, I'm all for actually stopping people doing these things. But whenever you see a big protest movement, I guess, be careful who you let into it, I guess, because you're very likely to get a lot of the people you're trying to bring to justice running up to join your side in an attempt to hide themselves and protect themselves. And if you do that, and you do let them in your movement, then when they get caught, it damages the credibility of your movement. And I think that's what has happened with the MeToo movement. It was really kind of started by people who were complicit, so it's not like it was hijacked, but it has seriously lost credibility because, there was a lot of complicit people on the shouting the loudest. So take anything with a grain of salt that comes out of Hollywood. I guess that's the other point to make. So if that's about all I have to say about that. If you enjoyed my content, like, share, subscribe. If not, keep ignoring me, and we'll see you later.